Hello everyone. This is Dr. Jat here, and I am going to describe today therapeutic potential of mitochondria targeted flavonoids in ameliorating brain disorders. Let me first discuss about the background of energy biogenesis process, and mitochondria basically is involved in the energy biogenesis process that supply 90% of cellular energy via the electron transport chain, and during normal aerobic respiration 2% of electron leakage is thought to occur at complex 1 and complex third, resulting in the formation of free radical, and these free radical are involved in apoptotic event or cell death. So ROS here plays a vital role in some physiologic signaling pathways such as inflammation. So in little amount ROS is beneficial. However, the excessive production of reactive oxygen species associated with mitochondrial dysfunction leads to cell death, and currently it is widely accepted that mitochondrial dysfunction play an important role in pathogenesis of neurodegenerative diseases, and increased generation of ROS is responsible for the dysfunction and sensitization of the cell to death signals. Here how stimulation of so in this slide, we need to say that stimulation of ROS generation is going on because of UV and X-rays. Cellular metabolism processes in that way. They lead to oxidative damage, and environmental pollutants are responsible. Stress and anxiety, alcohol, cigarette smoke, and pesticides and herbicides. Yes, these are the main cause of stimulation of ROS generation. And then we here in this investigation, what we did that we used rotenone as a toxicant or neurotoxicant. So this rotenone induces dopaminergic neuronal death and linked with the activation of P38 and JNK pathways basically, that is reported by Newhouse et al. In 2004. And rotenone induced neuronal death has been found to be associated with increased level of pro-caspase 12, pro-caspase 9, and pro-caspase 3, suggesting activation of caspases in both mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum, is suggested by some scientists in experimental investigation. So here we use rotenone, that is a potent hydrophobic insecticide, an inhibitor of mitochondria electron transport chain complex 1, that leads to increased formation of reactive oxygen species, and its environmental exposure creating oxidative damage within cell leading to neurodegenerative diseases, and its main target is degeneration of dopaminergic neurons. Then its exposure that mimics pathological features such as behavioral, biochemical, and immunohistochemical changes. They used to prepare Parkinson's disease model as well. Here we used in the same way. What is the role of rotenone in free radical production? So let me explain that rotenone inhibit this complex first in mitochondrial electron transport chain. They seize oxidative phosphorylation and ATP synthesis processes, and these electron leak from this electron transport chain. They cause superoxide generation, and reactive oxygen species and reactive nitrogen species generation. They will cause lipid peroxidation and protein carbonylation. They cause DNA damage, and finally it will lead to apoptotic events and cell death. Now, mitochondria induces oxidative stress. That's why we see that the mitochondria, it is a player or play a major role in the cellular bioenergetics and amino acid biosynthesis, fatty acid oxidation, urea cycle, lipid metabolism, and homeostasis of cellular calcium ion. But apart from this, mitochondria play a vital role in the apoptotic pathways as well and represent most common mechanism of neuronal death. So here free radical produces especially superoxide caused by electron leak from ETC either in the mitochondrial matrix and or outside of matrix. So several toxicants like paraquat, mannab, dieldrin and rotenone are potential risk in human and other animal models, and these toxicants interfere with the respiratory chain result in the ROS generation that will lead to oxidative damage to the cellular components. So this rotenone that inhibit electron transport chain, they cause elevated level of peroxidase, nitric oxide, carbonate, superoxide, and they deplete antioxidant level in the mitochondria, and that will generate oxidative stress in cell, and they will cause lipid peroxidation, protein carbonylation, DNA degradation that will be the cause of cardiovascular diseases, cancer, inflammatory diseases, respiratory, and neurodegenerative diseases. So here this slide shows neurodegenerative condition worldwide. These are diseases mentioned include amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Huntington disease, Friedreich ataxia, and alongside other cognitive dysfunctions like Alzheimer, Parkinson's, and many more. So the image also present data on prevalence of Parkinson's disease worldwide and Alzheimer's and other dementia, and their threat highlights the global impact of these conditions. The brain here is particularly vulnerable to oxidative stress due to its high metabolic rate and oxygen consumption that make it a key factor in the development of pathogenesis of these neurological disorders. So our main focus is Parkinson's disease, and Parkinson's disease or PD is a common neurodegenerative disorder, and its symptoms include rigidity, tremors, bradykinesia, depression, and dementia. And this is also characterized by pathological spherical inclusions in neurons of the substantia nigra region, also called as Lewy body, with extensive loss of nigrostriatal dopamine neurons. This pathological condition is speed up by oxidative stress. So how can we protect these degenerative conditions with antioxidant? So here we can say that enzymatic antioxidants are also there, and some are derived from fruits and vegetables. So this image is a concept map that illustrate antioxidant and their role in the protective mechanism of the body. And antioxidants are substances that can prevent or slow damage to cells caused by free radical. So some are non-enzymatic and some are enzymatic antioxidants. So these antioxidants work through various mechanisms such as scavenging reactive oxygen species, modifying anti-radical defenses, and enhancing intracellular or extracellular antioxidant level to protect against oxidative stress. Now, our main focus is of curcumin and quercetin here. So, quercetin is basically a plant-derived flavonoid used as additional nutrition and effective against a number of diseases. It has been shown to be beneficial against diseases such as cancer, and quercetin affect NRF2 pathway and inhibit lipid peroxidation. This will block activity of inflammatory enzymes like lipoxygenase and cyclooxygenase COX, and by doing these reducing inflammatory mediator like leukotrienes and prostaglandins. Yes. So we can say that these antioxidants are really helpful in amelioration of free radical induced oxidative damage. Now, in this investigation, what we did basically, we created or synthesized mitochondria targeted antioxidant that is developed to prevent mitochondrial oxidative damage and to alter the involvement of reactive oxygen species in signaling pathway. So, studies with isolated mitochondria are attractive target for drug delivery strategies because of their role in cellular energy metabolism, programmed cell death, calcium homeostasis, and cell signaling, etc. So, some scientists synthesize mito Q and mito E and mito R as well, like in written in this slide. And these reactive oxygen species like superoxide and H2O2, OH, or hydroxyl radical nitric oxide peroxynitrite are free radical that can lead to cell death, and traditional antioxidant like quercetin, vitamin E, resveratrol, curcumin can help protect cell survival by neutralizing these radicals. But these antioxidants have show promise in mitigating oxidative damage in various conditions and are being investigated for therapeutic application when targeted to mitochondria specifically. So mitochondria targeted antioxidant like mito Q, mito V, vitamin E, and mito R that is especially designed to target mitochondria, and the primary source of ROS offering a more effective approach to reduce oxidative stress and promote cell survival. So here we could say that this strategy of reducing oxidative damage is really helpful in a variety of chronic disease conditions. So our main aim here to study or to investigate neuroprotective effect of triphenylphosphonium conjugated flavonoid against rotenone-induced neurotoxicity in experimental condition, and these are our objective, and that are like this, that first of all, attachment of triphenylphosphonium cation with curcumin and quercetin by chemical reaction and characterization is done, and we investigated potential therapeutic effect of mitochondria targeted curcumin and quercetin against the rotenone induced oxidative damage in isolated mitochondria in an in vitro study, and we investigated potential therapeutic effect of mitochondria targeted curcumin and quercetin against rotenone induced oxidative damage in. So to fulfill the objective of this investigation, this is the experimental design, and here we attached curcumin with triphenylphosphonium cation and formed triphenylphosphonium attached curcumin, that is mitochondria targeted curcumin, and characterization and structure determination is done using thin layer chromatography, FTIR, NMR, and GCMS. Then protective efficacy against rotenone-induced toxicity have been measured using in vitro and in vivo study, and in vitro is carried out using isolated brain mitochondria. And then some parameters have been carried out like oxidative stress determination, behavioral study, immunohistochemistry, neurochemical study, histopathological study, and gene profiling, etc. So in the objective one, we attached a triphenylphosphonium cation with curcumin and quercetin by chemical reaction, and its characterization is done. So here is the methodology scheme of triphenylphosphonium cation attachment with curcumin. Now we attached the curcumin with triphenylphosphonium using brominated precursor, and then send it selectively to mitochondria. And then this is the methodology for chemical reaction, and first step include curcumin that is attached with chlorobutane by added 1-bromo-4-chlorobutane in DMF solution for 24 hours under nitrogen environment, and progress of every reaction was monitored by thin layer chromatography to assure the compound is formed or not. And the solvent was evaporated under reduced pressure in rotary vacuum evaporator. Then in the second step, sodium iodide in dry acetone and ate first product. Refluxed at 100 degree for 2 days, then progress of reaction and formed product was again monitored by TLC. Then solvent evaporated with rotary vacuum evaporator. And during the third step, second product was diluted in the solvent and TPP was added. Then the sodium was refluxed, was refluxed at 100 degrees centigrade until completion of the reaction. Then again TLC have been carried out. The precipitate was filtered and then dried in an oven. Then melting point of final product have been checked thoroughly. So this is the scheme of chemical reaction, and characterization and structural determination of synthetic compound have been done using thin layer chromatography, Fourier transform, infrared spectroscopy, and nuclear magnetic resonance NMR, GCMS like gas chromatography, mass spectrometry, so that we assure the formed product. And then this is TLC. Yes, this is how we perform. In the first step, this represent first step and in chromatogram of curcumin for its progressive derivatives, and second shows a compound in chromatogram again suggested transient form of substrate B or chlorinated form to substrate C or iodinated form. And then we assure that our compound is formed or not. Yes. Another. So yes, so this is FTIR spectra. The image displays FTIR Fourier transform infrared spectra for 3 compound, that is curcumin and TPP and mitochondria targeted curcumin, and interpretation and comparison of IR spectra of curcumin displays the broad peak that indicate phenolic OH stretching variation in curcumin and sharp peak at 1621 that represent C double bond C and C double bond O aromatic ring stretchings, and some vibrations are there. And the key difference in the IR spectra confirm the successful synthesis of mitochondria targeted compound from curcumin and triphenylphosphonium cation, that are the disappearance or significant reduction of OH stretch stretch of curcumin, and the appearance of the characteristic P double bond O stretch from TPP, and shift in other characteristic peaks, particularly C double bond O stretch of curcumin due to the conjugation. So this will confirm the compound is synthesized or not. And again, these are bonds are showing and peaks are showing that the compound is formed successfully. And this is the NMR structure, NMR spectra or chemical structure of curcumin and NMR peaks of curcumin. So the chemical structure of curcumin and its corresponding 1H NMR spectrum is showing in A, and this B is the spectrum can be interpreted by correlating the chemical shift and splitting pattern of the observed peak to the different proton environment within the curcumin molecule. And curcumin here exhibit keto and tautomerism, meaning it exists in equilibrium between diketo and enol form, with the enol form often favored in many solvents due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding. And the NMR spectrum shown likely corresponds predominantly to the enol form, and there existed an enolic proton, methoxy proton, and phenolic hydroxyl protons form. So these are the basically assurance of our synthetic compound is formed or not. Another one is gas chromatography and mass spectrometry analysis of that compound, and this is also done in this investigation. And our objective to fulfill that, we investigated here potential therapeutic effect of mitochondria targeted curcumin and quercetin against the rotenone-induced oxidative damage in isolated mitochondria or in an in vitro study. So experimental design for in vitro studies like this. Here 6 adult mice were sacrificed and their brains were removed quickly, and mitochondria then isolated by conventional differential centrifugation method. So specific methods are mentioned for each analysis, like Okawa 1979 for T bars and Zolo et al. For 1974 for reduced glutathione, and Levin et al. 1990 for protein carbonylation content with protein estimation by Lorry method continuously. And the experiment, then isolated mitochondria factions were divided into various treatment groups, including control, intoxicated, and intoxicated with rotenone and protective compound like curcumin, mitochondria targeted curcumin, quercetin, and mitochondria targeted curcumin and quercetin. Yes, quercetin have been added before intoxicant. And the experiment aimed to analyze oxidative stress markers specifically by estimating LPO, GSH, PC, and other etc. Next, we come to the result then, and here are some result like effect of lipid peroxidation and protein carbonylation in isolated mitochondria from brain regions of mice. So lipid peroxidation basically is a free chain reaction that damages lipids, particularly polyunsaturated fatty acids or PUFA in cell membrane by initiating a process of oxidative degradation through the formation of lipid hydroperoxide. Here we say that the protein lipid, a significant increase in the level of lipid peroxidation in isolated mitochondria from the striatum have been noted, and yes, in the hippocampus as well, and observed in rotenone treated mice compared to control. However, pre-treatment of curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin reduced the level and in hippocampus and striatum, both regions. And mitochondria targeted compound or curcumin is more effective in reducing the level of lipid peroxidation in both regions like striatum and hippocampus in as compared to curcumin itself. So the similar result is found for protein carbonylation as well. So protein carbonylation, it is an irreversible oxidative modification of amino acid side chain that introduces ketone and aldehyde group, typically due to reactive oxygen species and metal toxicity. So this is a widely used marker for oxidative stress, and the extent of protein carbonylation that is measured by its reaction with 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine D and PH. So basically this reaction also suggests that rotenone elevated the level of protein carbonyls in brain mitochondria in striatum and hippocampal region specifically, and targeted curcumin restored the level at norm restored level, and the targeted curcumin is more effective, however. Another one is reduced glutathione we have measured. So this is effect on reduced glutathione in isolated brain mitochondria in a different brain region like corpus, striatum, and hippocampus. So reduced glutathione, basically it is used as a radio protector. Traditionally, GSH in the cell nucleus has been considered a protector against oxidative stress and radiation-induced damages in DNA and DNA binding proteins. So rotenone reduces GSH level in both the corpus, striatum, and hippocampus, and both curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin treatment can help counteract this reduction in a specific brain region. However, curcumin targeted to mitochondria is more effective. Another objective had been to investigate potential therapeutic effect of mitochondria targeted curcumin and quercetin against the rotenone induced oxidative damage in mice brain in an in vivo study. So Here we performed in vivo experimentation, and for in vivo experimentation there are some different strategy than the in vitro analysis. And in this, what we did actually, mice were reared and maintained under light dark dweller and dweller is to dweller cycle with favorable temperature under the provision of standard oven water available ad libitum. And four animals were kept in each cages and maintained under standard specific pathogen free conditions. The size of cages have been standardized, and the bedding used for mice were sterile paddy husk, which was changed every week, and animals were used in compliance with all applicable laws and regulations according to ethical standard. So housing, feeding, ethical consideration for animals have been done, and this is how we did or performed in vivo analysis. So methodology for in vivo study have been again like mice have been acclimatized for 15 days, and group have been demarcated clearly and separated. Then doses have been given, and then as after last day of treatment, after measuring body weight, food consumption, water consumption, some biochemical studies, behavioral studies, histochemical studies have been carried out, and biochemical tests for us oxidative markers have been done, like estimation of lipid peroxidation, reduced glutathione level, protein carbonylation, hydrogen peroxide level, and superoxide dismutase activity, etc., catalase and protein estimation, etc. So what we get in the result, so these are morphometric analysis, and we found the result in accordance with our research, and these are basic parameters before doing biochemical and histopathological analysis. So here again we have chosen some brain regions like corpus, striatum, hippocampus, frontal cortex, and substantia nigra. And what we done actually, corpus striatum is for regulation of movement, reward processing, habit formation, and decision making. And the hippocampus region is primarily function in memory, specifically in navigation and episodic memory. Then frontal cortex is for decision making, planning, problem solving, and impulse control. Then substantia nigra is for controlling voluntary movement and also contribute to reward based learning, emotions, and cognition. So the graph shows that LPO level in nanomolar T bars, that is thiobarbituric acid reactive substances per milligram protein in the corpus striatum, hippocampus, frontal cortex, and substantia nigra. And rotenone treatment significantly increased lipid peroxidation level compared to control group across all brain regions indicated by asterisk and double asterisk. So the study suggests here that both curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin can mitigate the oxidative stress induced by rotenone in mouse brain regions, as evidenced by the reduction of lipid peroxidation and restoration of reduced glutathione level. Curcumin, a component of turmeric, is known for its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. So that's why we could say that this lipid peroxidation and GSH level, they elevate. Rotenone elevate, however, curcumin can restore the damage in different brain regions, and as well as GSH is also in accordance with our result. Another parameter have been studied during this investigation was effect on nitrite and H2A2 hydrogen peroxide level in brain regions of mice. Again, the four brain regions have been chosen, and we see here mice treated with rotenone exhibited significantly marked elevation in nitric oxide level in corpus striatum, hippocampus, frontal cortex, and substantia nigra. and is observed compared to control. However, co-treatment of curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin along with rotenone showed significantly decreased level of nitric oxide and yes, H2O2 in all four regions. So, NO, however, could regulate metabolic disorder-induced cardiovascular diseases and other metabolic diseases. However, greater or excessive amount may be harmful under experimental condition, and we found that this rotenone could elevate the level of nitrite in the experimental condition in brain mitochondria. Another one are SOD and catalase activity. So SOD and catalase, basically these are essential antioxidant found in our cell and synthesized by our cells like SOD and catalase. This rotenone deplete the level of antioxidant in all four regions. However, our mitochondria targeted strategical and elevate or restore these enzymes under experimental condition in all four brain regions. So our fourth objective is to examine the efficacy of mitochondria targeted curcumin and quercetin on cognitive alteration. So what we did in behavioral studies is that these are biological factors influence the behavior of animals. So we could say that environmental stress can trigger a cascade of biological responses within the animal, and these can influence neurochemical, which are chemical messengers in the brain impacting various functions, and they changes in the neurochemicals in turn affect neurodegeneration, and both neurodegeneration and the direct impact of neurochemical can lead to alteration in motor function, memory, sleep, mood, and cognitive abilities as well. So how these biological factor influenced by environmental stressors and neurochemical. Now we come to the results of behavior studies. So this is the image of our behavior study, and this represents the results from using an open field test, likely examining the effect of different treatment on animal behavior. And experimental groups are the study include a control group, a rotenone treated group, and group treated with the rotenone combined with curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin. Then behavioral parameter, the image here display open field including total distance, ambulatory time, total time mobile, and resting time. So the study suggests an investigation into the protective and therapeutic effect of curcumin and its targeted variance against rotenone induced effect potentially related to neurodegenerative condition like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, this is also the test using rotarod and a rope hanging test. And here it suggests that rotenone induces significant toxicity in both the group, and this curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin restored the damage induced by rotenone. So a significant impairment in motor coordination was observed in mice treated with rotenone, as these mice fell quickly from the rotating rod on rotarod performance test as compared to control. It was interesting to note that the simultaneously treatment of mice to curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin with rotenone stayed on the rotating rod for a longer period of time as compared to those treated with rotenone alone. And the more staying time was observed in mitochondria targeted curcumin treated mice, suggesting the successful synthesis of and effect of this compound over plain derivative. Then another behavioral study using elevated arm maze and dark light test suggests that the total entry in time in open arm and total entry in closed arm in the elevated arm maze that indicate the differences in anxiety like behavior among the group. And the dark and light test suggest result that the time in light zone in the dark and light test reveals behavioral differences likely related to anxiety and exploratory behavior, however. So here the data is also found significant during investigation. And another is TMS test, and TMS also suggests that rotenone induces significant toxicity in the experimental group. However, mitochondria targeted curcumin successfully restore the damage. These are data for open field test, and again rotarod and rope hanging test data. So objective 5 what entails that this is to evaluate the protective effect of mitochondria targeted curcumin and mitochondria targeted quercetin on neurodegenerative conditions like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. So what is Parkinson's disease? Let me first describe about Parkinson's disease. So this is one of the major neurodegenerative disorder. It is characterized by progressive degeneration of dopamine containing neuron that protect from substantia that project from substantia nigra pars impacta to the striatum. So here are Lewy body accumulation is there in the dopaminergic neurons, and in the Parkinson's disease what is going on is that there may be motor impairment in substantia nigra and neuronal death in PD, which are associated with oxidative stress, mitochondrial dysfunction and neuroinflammation that result in motor impairment or motor coordination dysfunctions. So these dopaminergic neuronal death will enhance degeneration of dopamine producing neurons in substantia nigra, that is the hallmark of Parkinson's disease. And some conditions may arise like bradykinesia, disturbances in balance, rigidity or stiffness, we can say tremor, cognitive decline that affect memory and attention and executive function, psychiatric symptom like depression. Depression is common psychiatric symptom associated with Parkinson's conditions. And another one is Alzheimer disease. Yes, Alzheimer is one of the most prominent aging dependent neurodegenerative disorder, and the clinical manifestation of AD is considered to correlate with the degree of neuronal loss in brain, particularly in hippocampus and cerebral cortex. And neuronal death here result in formation of senile plaques and ultimately lead to cognitive impairment such as learning and memory impairment and judgmental problem, etc. So the key pathway in AD involves cholinergic neuronal death, potentially triggered by substances like rotenone, leading to neuronal death associated with oxidative stress and mitochondrial dysfunction, etc. Some neurochemical studies have been performed during this study, and we found that these neurochemicals depleted due to pesticide effect or rotenone effect. And see here, acetylcholine esterase functions primarily to terminate nerve signaling by rapidly breaking down the neurotransmitter acetylcholine into acetic acid and choline, and this rapid hydrolysis prevents SCH from continuously stimulating receptor, allowing the synapse to return to a resting state and reset for the next signal. So by controlling the duration and intensity of acetylcholine esterase signaling, or SCHE, plays a crucial role in proper muscle contraction and overall nervous system functions. So that is also restored by curcumin or synthetic derivative. So some more neurochemical or neurotransmitters have been assessed like serotonin and dopamine, and then epinephrine, and then non-epinephrine, etc. And histopathological studies like these are carried out for measuring Alzheimer-like and Parkinson's-like symptoms, and these were tyrosine hydroxylase marker for dopaminergic neurons, and then choline acetyltransferase for cholinergic neurons in AD, etc. So methodology for these enzymes have been first of all animals were anesthetized and perfused with PFA. Then brain have been removed, then processed for cryotomy and microtomy, and coronal section in cryotomy have been passing through nigral and basal forebrain region, then tyrosine hydroxylase and choline acetyltransferase have been checked, have been assessed. Then microtomy have been carried out using hippocampal region of brain to assess the crescel wallet staining assays, etc. Yes. So this is image that display result from study investigation effect of various treatment on dopaminergic neurons. And the brain section stand for tyrosine hydroxylase. This is a marker for dopaminergic neuron at 10x and showing at 10x magnification. So the graph here illustrates the TH cell number in different experimental group, control, rotenone, a neurotoxin, and rotenone plus curcumin, and rotenone plus mitochondria targeted curcumin, etc. So this study suggests and examine the protective or restorative effect of curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin against rotenone induced damage to dopaminergic neuron, and the symbol here are represent statistical significance between the group. So curcumin and mitochondria targeted curcumin treatment partially or fully restored the cell number compared to rotenone induced toxicity in the brain region. Another one is cholinergic neurons. Yes, cholinergic neurons. So similar condition persists in cholinergic neurons, and this is showing that CHAD positive cells in basal forebrain which are obtained and presented in the number. The number of CHAD immune reactive neurons in the basal forebrain that was decreased in rotenone mice is compared to control. And rotenone induces cholinergic neuronal death in basal forebrain that is protected by co-treatment with curcumin, and mitochondria targeted curcumin group showed more protective efficacy. So here it is. And if we summarize the entire investigation, then what we need to say that the rotenone induces significant oxidative stress in experimental condition. The low activity of antioxidant enzyme. They cause dopaminergic and cholinergic neuron degeneration. They cause behavioral alteration, and they lead to neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer-like symptoms in brain. And if we synthesize mitochondria targeted antioxidant and shown